Okay, so this is a bit of a different video to usual. Weather's absolutely atrocious today. I think we've just had a thunderstorm finish, I think. But yeah, sat in the loophole with our Leo. Hey mate. um, but yeah, we're sat in the loophole, still contemplating, by the way, of the loophole. Do I sell it? Do I put it back on the road and use it for work to bring the mileage down on the CC? Putting too many miles on that per week now, and the miles are already high on it. But yeah, that's for another video. Basically, this is going to be a short video just to have a quick talk and reach out to the public about how important it is to speak out about mental health. Because mental health is a big problem and it's a growing problem. Especially while we've been in this pandemic. Me myself, I've been there, I've done that, I've had my problems, I've been in my dark room. I still slightly feel in a dark room sometimes, but I have learned to filter it. I've learned how to deal with it a lot better than what I used to deal with it. But I have got a lot of people in like family and friends, or like friends of friends, that are dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety, and they're getting help and all that, and they're trying to get by it and all that. But everyone does go through at some stage, and it is a big problem, especially when it gets so bad that it pushes you into the brink of questioning your point of being, in existence as such. But I think in the modern day life, and I've heard lots of stories of how bad life used to be in the old days, but I think in these modern day times, I think so much more is expected of people, and so much more is, you see people out, and or like someone, or someone through someone else, and they're always like smiley people, and I think it's too much expected of, you've got a good life there, and you've got this and you've got that. Why are you so stressed? But stress doesn't always come from the money's perspective. It could come from somewhere else. You're not getting on with someone, or you're not seeing people, your family members, for instance. Stress comes from many places. You've got your work life, which is a big one. You're expected to do, some workplaces expect you to become a robot, basically, and they're expecting too much of you in so short a time. You've got outside of work, and you've got the worries of, money, life at home. Oh, you've got to fix this, you've got to fix that, that needs replacing, or we need this to be changed, we need to change that. Then, as I said before, you've got the problems of, being under each other's feet, and because you're stressed about other things, you're biting at people when you don't mean to. Even the other side, you do get the odd people that like to comment on other people when they shouldn't do. Some people, yes, fair enough, they might not mean to, but just one comment can cause, someone that's already stressed to feel even more stressed. And, you know, in that way, sometimes it is better to just say, I understand what you're saying, but I prefer not to say anything on that. But yeah, I know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is life is really, really hard now, and some people won't like me saying it, but I do believe that life is harder now than what it was in the olden days because so much more is expected of you now. You know, you can't go out without someone saying, "Why are you driving that car? That's crap." That, or, "Oh, your house is crap," or, "Oh, your garden's a mess. Why are you wearing them shoes? Why have you got that phone? It's crap." You can't go out without someone putting you down for something that you own. And again, it's another way of life expecting more from you than what it used to. And I know back then people didn't do, I don't know, there was the harder life in terms of, there was less back then. But now, because life's progressed so much more, I think you're expected to do so much more. You're expected to earn more. You're expected to live a better life. You're expected to own nicer things. And when you own mediocre things or the cheaper version, I think you sort of do get shot down for it. But aside from them type of things, you've got your other side. Sometimes you do want to progress in life and you do earn your right to get something a bit nicer, and then you have the side of, I know people don't mean to do it, but when you've waited so long to progress in life, and then you have people shooting you down for wanting to progress in your life and make your life a bit nicer, and you have people sort of trying to put you off in a sense. I think that sort of makes people go, and that puts you on a downer as well. I know it's not meant, but I think everyone does it really. I've done it myself with Rosie. She's wanted something, I don't know, she's wanted to buy something, and I've not put her off as such, but I've said to her, at the minute, can we really afford that while we're trying to do that as well and that? It's not that I'm trying to put her off, it's just, again, money worries, another thing that is a major aspect of mental health, anxiety, and all these other things. But yeah, I'm just trying to say that, if you're in a bad place and you're feeling really down and you've got anxiety, stress, depression, don't put yourself into that dark room. Don't sit in the dark room on your own and put up with it. Don't bottle it up, because every situation in this world has its dark, horrible black cloud, and every dark cloud does have a silver lining. And you've just got to remind yourself of, yes, life is hard at the minute, but it will get better. Life always gets better. It's just about waiting for that right moment. And sometimes you just got to sit it out and go, it'll happen. But don't suffer on your own. Because a problem shared, I can't even remember what that saying is, but you get the gist anyway. But yeah, just don't sit on your own. Don't put up with it on your own. Share your problems. Talk about your problems. And you'll feel so much better just off sharing them problems and getting it off your chest. Because to bottle it up, it adds up and it adds up and it adds up. And you're doing yourself more harm by leaving it here. You have a problem, even if it's just something silly, speak to someone about it. Don't suffer. Get yourself out there. Speak to your parents, your siblings, your friends, a work colleague, your boss, your neighbour. Okay, don't speak to your neighbour if they're a bit nosy, like, but you know what I mean. Get out there, speak to someone, and get your problem off your chest, because bottling it up can make it so much worse. And I may be rambling on a bit, and I apologise for doing that. I kind of do that sometimes. Sometimes I repeat myself, which I've probably done already. But yeah, just remember, life is worth living. And you know, things will get better. Share your problem, talk about it, and it will help. Things will get nice, and your life will progress, and you'll look back on it in years to come and go, I did good, I got past it, and look at me now. One of my major parts of when I was feeling very dark and unwanted and all those other things is the fact that I was speaking about it. Some people believe that you shouldn't speak about your problems and things like that, but you really should. Doesn't matter how small or as big the problem it is, don't bottle it up. Speak to someone. Because, you know, my family and my mates, they got me through when I was at it. When I felt like I was in a dark room on my own, and the likes of my family and my mates and my wife Rosie, it basically, they're just off talking to them, almost felt like they came into this dark room that I was in with thousands of torches to light the room back up again. And as I said, I've managed to learn to deal with the problems now and speak about them. But I'm getting on for 13 minutes here, and I've mainly just rambled on, and I don't know if I've made much sense on this one, but I apologise for that. I do try sometimes. But again, just remember, if you're feeling bad, you're feeling down, stressed, anxiety, depression, any of these things, doesn't matter how big, small, or silly the problem is, don't bottle it up. Speak to someone, and the problem will feel so much better. And before you know it, you will be in a beautiful place with your life. Well, I'm going to stop boring you now. I hope I've helped someone or hundreds or thousands of people. And, you know, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get that new fleet member video out there at some point. It was supposed to have been 2 weeks ago, but I've been really busy with work and long hours, and then I've got to drive all the way home and bad weather. Hopefully we'll get that video out this weekend, but this is Driven Limited and nothing always goes to plan. Some of it does, but some of it doesn't. But again, thanks for staying loyal. Like, comment, subscribe, spread the word, and stay positive. Life is worth more than what you know. Bye.